Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. The Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Auburn Tigers offense will start this game off. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop. A nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole game, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time, late in the season, to go with those individuals.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Now, if you're on defense in this one, you've had a good play, you swat that pass away, but you better turn the page and get ready for it because it's probably coming again. You're going up against one of the top 10 passing offenses in the country. You're going to have to be really good in the back end all game long.
They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great.
And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you want to get field goals. Analytics says this, but now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack, and fourth down and goal.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Tigers dating to the days of Shoot Jordan and Pat Dye, but to keep the ball on the ground.
The stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win.
He's got it down the right side. And they pick heels. Movement here from the tight end. They'll throw it on first down. They're setting up the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Tigers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up fourth down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. You guys have to be alert.
Good, right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Never thought about taking a knee. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them to...
He lets one fly deep. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, UCF! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to take off. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Running it back, it's Richardson. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The shy of the first down marker. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Snaps it in the shotgun. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Knights.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, cut off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davison. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Got it. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Here we go. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone. He lobs one high down the left side. And he holds it in at the 25. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, UCF!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Vanderbilt has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up 14 over Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Tigers in the hurry-up.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands so quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to throw on third. Got his man downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting keeping our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. They went out and were so good on that last drive.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. This offense has a second down play. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Knights!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, and they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Touchdown, UCF! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Trick it.
He's going to pass on second down. He makes the connection. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They made change. They marked it at the 29. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll pull it on the read. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting the first down.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 20. Slippery slide, finds his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Auburn. That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This time on target. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. He's going to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. The Knights will hustle to the line. They want to just keep throwing it. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an option.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it on first down. right down the middle. A strike downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. All wideouts, no backs. Going up top on 1st down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Fast motion from the offense. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Trying to get to it. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Oh, it's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people.
Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going in. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, looking for a man. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half and listen, I know you're trailing, but building something in. Maybe this 2nd half, we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A 1st half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. The Knights will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble. Lost one deep down the right side.
is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want.
Strike zero here in the fourth quarter. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.